Greetings and welcome back once again to Waterloo and Wavre. I'm your host as always. Now let's see what the French have done for this turn. So what have the French done? They continue to move around the side with the cavalry, makes sense. And the skirmishers are pushing forward towards... He's basically screening Hougoumont with skirmishers. As for Jerome's division, it is bypassing Hougoumont and pushing on my right flank. So he's basically got Foy attacking the chateau, or mostly screen. Yeah, he's attacking the chateau. So the chateau is being attacked by Foy's division, which makes sense. It then leaves Jerome's division to attack further round. He's got his cavalry pushed up. And he's pushing his cavalry round as well. Shooting the poor old Prince of Wales hussars and those orange Nassauers. This is going to hurt. And he's got cavalry further going round. So yeah, he's very much a case of wanting to go round my line. Bringing up guns. As he continues to look to build the Grand Battery, by the looks of it. Yeah, because here comes the old guard guns. And we got some skirmishing fire at Hougoumont. Makes sense. It was about time. It was just about the time it's starting. There we go. They drive them back. Drive them back. Drive the skirmishers back into Papillotte. He is driving back the Friedland Jägers. Lots of assaulting. Alright, units released. Cavalry, Reserve, 3rd Corps. Following units are isolated. That one squadron of the Prince of Wales Hussars. 3 units undisordered. 3 units routed. 3rd Battalion, 2nd Nassauers, which is just some skirmisher elements, and then some Freiwilliger Orange Jägers. So, a bunch of my skirmishers got routed, which makes sense, all things considered. So, they're disordered and isolated, unfortunately, but I am going to prepare the charge of the 18th Hussars. I'll pull them back, and I will pull back this one element of the Prince of Wales Hussars. Speaking of the Prince of Wales Hussars, there he is, Vian. The big one issue is the way the organisation is, because of the fact that Uxbridge is over here and he obviously can't command everything when it comes to the cavalry. So the cavalry tends to be detached. It's one big issue. So let's go back over here. I don't really... So who have we got? Roulet, Rousselot, the 8th line and the 29th. That should, quote, be... gonna turn them ever so slightly. We'll pull back the Freiwilligers. What else we got? I'm gonna move one of these wagons a bit so they're not at risk quite so much. Let's do the guns first, actually. Mercer's guns. What are you? You are horse artillery, so yes, you're going to turn. Bolton is not, however, because, well, he's not horse artillery. So Mercer's troop of guns. Bolton, you will shoot at them. It's time the battle. This time we are going to start shooting considerably more, even if it's just at skirmishers. Or in this case, guns. So we'll leave that. Ross's troop, Rogers battery, Bartlett's brigade gun. You will shoot at them. And then the Kuhlmann, King's German Legion Horse Artillery is not going to bother. Again, I don't quite want to run myself out of ammo just yet. Because if we look at the terrain here, that is a lot of French coming this way. You will shoot at them. Alright. You will open fire on them. We'll have basically the skirmishers be opening fire on these various French battalions. They can't see. Alright, now we'll do... We are going to launch a charge, I think, of the 18th Hussars. The 18th Hussars are basically going to charge the 7th Hussars down here and look to drive them back across the stream. I will also move up the 1st Hussars of the King's German Legion and basically get them to cover the flank of the 18th. That's basically what they're doing. They're basically watching the flank of the 18th Hussars from these lancers that are heading round. The Prince of Wales and General Vian will move that way. Colonel Quinton will fall back to him and look to reorganise. Now, the unfortunate part is these orange Nassauers. They're sort of falling back, but they don't really have the best positions to fall back to. So we'll bring up Gardner's horse guns this way, and we'll move General Vandeleur this way as well with his cavalry. So Prince of Wales Light Dragoons, 11th Light Dragoons and Queen's Light Dragoons. As for the rest of the Popenchure's division, I'm pretty sure that's at least how I've pronounced it all this time, so he is just going to go rejoin the rest of his division, which is over at Papelotte-Le-Haye. It's why they're just marching along the front. It's not exactly brilliant, but we'll push those 95th Rifles that I sent into La Haye-Sainte into the orchard. This is a little risky here because there's not much I'm going to be able to do for the most part with regards to falling back the skirmishers, so I'm going to have to try and stuff them into there with the rest of them. I'll have basically the elements of the Coldstream Guards and the Foot Guards holding on to the front door. It will then leave, say, the Nassauans to hold the back door. So the Nassauans will hold the back door, the elements of the Coldstreams and the Foot Guards will hold the front door. That's the theory, at least. The one big thing here, what has been seen actually, out of curiosity? You can see all of this, obviously. You can see most of this. Over here you have the chasseur. The Landwehr of the 3rd Hanoverian Brigade, and more importantly the cavalry of Orange Charles Brigade will move up there to support Grant. Grant, with the King's Hussars and the Queen's Own, will base between them. That's 5 regiments. That should do fairly decently against holding Pire's cavalry division that's trying to head round us. I am going to break up the 35th for a second, just to make their movement a little bit easier, and more importantly, not disorder them. Let me do this, actually. There we go. There they go, they're in there now. Again, the Chase's Dutch division is stationary for the most part. As I look to consolidate it. I'm basically looking to consolidate it together in... what is that? Well, consolidate them here. Where is it? Either I am completely blind or I am completely blind. Which is very possible. Well, let's look at, say, map elevations. So yeah, there's a nice bit of high ground along here in case I want to use it against this lot. Obviously, I control the ridge. The only part where the, quote, French are not attacking uphill is here. Even then, they're slightly attacking uphill, but not that much. So, over here, it's fairly flat, but still going uphill gradually. Now then, let's have, what was I looking for? Modifiers. Yeah, we got some nice modifiers as well. Now, there was one thing I wanted. Where was it? Not weatherfall. Well, let's actually have a look-see. 50% it will chart. It's still light mud for the moment, but there's 50% chance it will change. Oh, right. Doop, doop, doop. Doop, 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 doop. There we go. I shall leave these skirmishers on the other bank just to basically be my pickets. Given that I'm bringing back the 2nd Cavalry Brigade into the line. I should have probably left it there just to keep an eye on potential, on Grouchy's potential movement, but we shall see. Because something tells me my opponent will be moving towards Waterloo. It's what I would do. Grouchy arrives, he rushes to Waterloo as fast as he can get there. That would be my decision, at least. Because even if he only just gets there with, say, 1 corps, 1 corps is not insignificant. So again, it's what I would do. But again, that's me. I would try and basically come this way, right, and then up here, perhaps. One, that would hit the Prussians and potentially keep the Prussians in place so they can't support at Waterloo, which is a big thing. Or it means that not all of them can support, so that would basically keep Bülow and Perch in place fighting Grouchy, leaving just Zieten to march, which, don't underestimate the potential that could have. No schedules, right. No, that's not what I wanted. Releases. When does Lambert release? He releases next turn, more or less. So again, for now, the losses have been very even. But it's not going to stay that way. It's going to get bloody quickly. For a great many reasons. And to make a good old quote from a very good old film, I do not intend to run around like a wet hen when it comes to responding to French movements. I will detach another company of the from the guards, and then I will move forward these King's German Legion under Colonel de Platte. So Colonel de Platte will move forward and basically go into that gap between the guards and Colonel Mitchell's brigade. I am going to turn Colonel Mitchell's right flank, however. And obviously, I'm actually going to just turn the whole brigade, I think, to face the more oncoming threat of the French and the Queen's Own Hussars will come this way, as will the King's Hussars. So between them, they will basically move there to, quote, prevent him from coming up this road without any crazy plans. Again, the heavy cavalry, so the Royal Dragoons, the Scots Greys, and the Inniskillen Dragoons. They will basically remain there and see if the French launch their main assault along here, as they did historically. They'll obviously do what they did historically. Hopefully, I don't get carried away and chase the French all the way back and then get chopped up by French cavalry, but one never knows. They are going into there, as I wanted. Who was the other battery that could shoot? You might as well at this point. Not losing anything, so... yeah. 6-pounders and 9-pounders, they're not really going to carry the damage at to 14 range. Because, well, there's a reason the French guns are just going to be better, because, well, 12-pounders versus 9s. 9s are a little anemic when it comes to a heavy artillery. What can you see? You can see something, so you might as well, Mr. King's German Legion Horse Artillery. We'll just move these wagons about. Because again, I suspect I'm going to need them. No doubt. So, where is he? There's the Prince of Orange. There's old Daddy Hill. Daddy Hill doesn't actually have all that much here, to be fair. He's only got, really, Clinton's division, Mitchell's brigade, and that's about it. Yeah, he really doesn't have all that much here. A division and what? A brigade. And then a few batteries. It's... Which is quite hilarious that most of the army isn't actually here. I mean, take the 4th Division. It's only got the 4th Brigade. There's no 6th Brigade. There's no 6th Hanoverian Brigade here. What else? What else is missing? 7th Division with the 7th Brigade. The Hanoverian Reserve Corps. What else is missing? The Indiesa Brigade, the 1st Netherland Division. Okay, more is here than I give it credit for, to be fair. So he's basically missing, what, a whole... most of a division, so... So, I do need to give him... There is that. Still. Let us see. What else? The 3rd Cavalry... The Prussian 3rd Corps Cavalry Reserve can move over this way. So Hobe's cavalry will move that way, and I think that's about it. Again, most of my forces are nice and concentrated where I want them. So there's no need to do anything too crazy. And most of the Prussians are fixed anyway, so... no need to worry there. I will move Blucher and Hardage a little bit, at least. Basically move Blucher and Gneisenau a bit further forward. Anything else that says must be done? Not particularly. Because as I said, I do not intend to run around like a wet hen. It's just a case of retracting the skirmishers and stuff into Ugamot. Responding at least partially to this, which is one of the key things. I can see what he's going for. He's basically attacking this way to force me out of my position. But there is a danger for him doing that. don't really actually have all that much infantry available as reserves. I've got, well, the Brunswick Corps, and I've got von Kraus's Nassauer Brigade. And that's about it. The rest, I've got most of. I've got Adams' Brigade in reserve, and then technically I've got Chase in reserve and Lambert, as Lambert's up here. So, not a whole lot, but perhaps enough. That's all that matters. The Hanoverians are in a nice position, so at the very least they will basically take up positions behind these hedges. Still, for now, I think that is going to be it. Right, you can't do that. Well, it'll have to stay there then. Alrighty, is that everything? Yes, I think it is. So, let's push on to the melee and have the 18th Hussars Oof. That was pretty mean for both of us, but $28 for 28. Still, I had been hoping that would do a little bit more, but can't win them all. And in this case, the charge of the 18th Hussars might have done me a bit more harm than good, but again, it sort of lets him know, yes, I know you're here, I am responding. So, I'm not being totally passive. Because again, I just don't see the point in running around like crazy to try and respond to things. Let them come at us. From there, we will respond. But let's not panic and do something stupid like open a gap in the line. Oh, sorry. Whew. So yeah, let's not open a gap in the line. So I think that is it for this turn and episode. So I thank you for watching. I apologise, my voice sort of went there. But I love that word, don't I? So for now, I thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please consider hitting that thumbs up, subscribing, or leaving a comment. Let me know what you think I should be doing, what do you think my opponent's doing. I can pretty much gather what he's doing. He's wanting to hit the extreme ends of my line. Hope I panic and send forces to it. And then perhaps punch through the centre. That would be my guess. It's what it feels like. Hit both flanks, punch through the set. Hope your opponent panics, sends forces to the flank, and then punch through the centre. But for now, I once again thank you all for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. If you have, once again, please consider hitting that thumbs up, subscribing or leaving a comment. But until next time, I will see you all soon. So thank you for watching once again. Bye bye for now.